What's up, ladies and gentlemen, TVB here, and this video I'm going to talk about my 12 favorite movies that I've seen in 2013, and just to let you guys know, this list has no ranking, and I thought this would be a good time to make this video because, the Academy Awards this weekend, so yeah, let's begin. Of all the animated movies I've seen in 2013, Despicable Me was by far my favorite. You really don't have to know much about the first Despicable Me to understand, he's a supervillain who used to be a supervillain but adopted these three little girls. Now he's a new man. He has an entire army of minions, which the minions are the best part, trust me. In my opinion, it was more confusing than the first Despicable Me, but it was still a great time. I saw this with my mom back in July. She was laughing her head off at some parts. And yeah, it's really a movie for everyone to enjoy, kids, teenagers, adults. So yeah, see Despicable Me too. The next movie on our list is the funniest movie I've seen in 2013, This Is the End. So one of my favorite parts about this movie is that the actors actually play themselves. Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Burchell, whatever his name is, James Franco, Craig Robinson, Danny McBride. They're all stuck in James Franco's house during a party because like it's the end of the world as the Bible has been foretold, and it's really fun. Like dwindling supplies and cabin fever just get to all of them, and it's hilarious. It gets really raunchy at some parts. So if you're not a fan of like perverted humor, I don't think it's a movie for you. But yeah, if you don't mind perverted humor, definitely see it. I'm not normally a fan of horror movies, but I gotta say, 2013 was a pretty interesting year for that genre. However, none of the horror movies, in my opinion, were as good as You're Next. You're Next, it was a movie about about a family reunion who gets interrupted by these three murderers with axes and masks. And that's a home invasion movie. Sounds formulaic, right? Wrong! It was smart, it was intense, it was fast-paced, it was morbidly funny. It shows how greedy we people get, not trying to spoil anything. It's a very strong female role, which we need more of in movies. And yeah, if you're a horror buff, you gotta see You're Next. Another comedy I saw this year was The Way Back. It was back in August, and it's about a 14-year-old named Duncan whose mom's boyfriend takes him to a beach house for a weekend, and Duncan's very miserable. Like he's going through his angsty teenage phase. But he gets a job at a water park, makes some new friends, and it's a summer he'll never forget. It's funny, it's charming, it's got a great message to it. And yeah, a lot of the summer movies this year were not that good, but the Despicable Me 2, This Is the End, You're Next, and this, for me, were the beacons of light. I'm a Hunger Games fan, okay? I've read the books and I've seen the movies. I gotta put Catching Fire on this list. Catching Fire is the second book in the Hunger Games series, for those of you who don't know. And it was fast, it was smart, it was action-packed, it was just great. Jennifer Lawrence is the best Katniss ever. No one else can play Katniss but her. And yeah, it was like great. My friend Anthony and I saw this in November. And we took the 3:30 show. When we left, the theater was just packed. Oh, jeez. There's nothing like a good old fantasy adventure to end off the year right before award season. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug has to make this list. It's the second movie in the Hobbit trilogy, even though The Hobbit is only one book. And I didn't read the book, but I know people who do. There are some really notable differences between the book and the movie, but it was action-packed and just really entertaining, and I enjoyed it much more than the first one, even though the first one's pretty good too. Smaug is the best dragon ever been put in a movie, him and Mushu from Mulan. And yeah, it was... If you like fantasy, you gotta see or read The Hobbit. So we're doing refresh, look at something down the ocean! Sorry, that was a spaz attack. Next movie on this list is Saving Mr. Banks. I saw this on Christmas with my mom and my sister, and I don't remember like the last 45 minutes of it because I was kind of falling asleep. But it told an untold true story about Mary Poppins. It kind of reminds us about how our childhood was just so happy thanks to Disney. And Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney. He becomes Walt Disney. Another great performance by him. And yeah, it was funny. It was entertaining. It had a great message to it. And yeah, Saving Mr. Banks. What happens when you take Romeo and Juliet and combine it with the undead? You get Warm Bodies. Warm Bodies puts a very funny and interesting spin on the whole view of the zombie apocalypse. A zombie falls in love with a person. But guys, if a zombie apocalypse ever does happen, they're not going to be warm body zombies. I'm sorry. Rom-coms and zombie movies are getting kind of overused and generic now, but Warm Bodies put a very good spin on it. Okay, now we're going to get into some more nominated films. That 12 Years a Slave. This movie, my friends, is a movie I'm going to remember for a very, very long time. The plot is pretty self-explanatory. It's based off a true story, too. It does not sugarcoat slavery whatsoever. It's gripping, it's emotionally touching, it's just everything about 12 Years a Slave. You gotta see it. You just have to. The next movie on our list is American Hustle. I just have to mention this. American Hustle is about is loosely based off true events. It's about con artists, like how people trick you into taking your money and stuff like that. Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner. You cannot go wrong with that cast. It's awesomely scripted, awesomely acted. It's very funny. And it shows like how we always how what we do just to survive on everyday occasions, and one of the best movies of the year. Oh my goodness, The Wolf of Wall Street, second to last. It's the true story of Jordan Belfort, a stockbroker in the late 80s. It's obviously a very exaggerated view of his career, because I don't think anybody who works in an office would have prostitutes in his office on Fridays and snort that much cocaine. Parents, don't let your kids watch this movie. There's a lot of sex and nudity and drugs, and it broke the record for most F-bomb usage. But it's funny, it has a great script, it's awesome acting. Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, very good actors there. Both of them are nominated for this movie this year. They're not going to win, comparing them to Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto for Dallas Buyers Club. If they do somehow win, I will squeal with happiness. It got really crazy and vulgar at a lot of parts, but yeah, very good movie, Wolf of Wall Street. And last, but definitely not least, Captain Phillips. Another great performance by Tom Hanks. It's the true story about the whole Somali pirate hijacking of the Mask, Alabama back in like 2009. And Tom Hanks, like I said, puts on an awesome performance as Captain Phillips. You see what people in Somalia have to go through. It was smart, it was intense, and the music. This and 12 Years a Slave, I know Hans Zimmer when I hear him. Captain Phillips overall is just outstanding. So there you guys have it, my favorites for movies in 2013. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys are just as excited for the Academy Awards as I am. And yeah, don't forget to, whoa, hey, stop pulling me. I'm the captain now.